6 o'clock. Did you receive any?
Hold on. A minute, please. Yes, I did. Oh, 6:15 or 6:13.
Great. Is it
Great.
clear?
What's that?
Is it clear to see?
Let me open it.
Please.
What is Rida? I knew that Hazim is not going to come today, but what about Rida?
Yes, we expect that Hazim is not attend this session, but I don't know. Even Reda did not show any assignments.
But that's
today.
weird.
Maybe
Any signs that he's going to come? Oh, it's very clear, amazing. MashaAllah, tabarakallah.
Great. That's because I followed your recommendation regarding that useful application.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yes,
I'll show you how different it is. Look. I'll show you. It's totally different. Look.
Yes, I thank you for this recommendation. Great.
By the way, this is a very, very nice nice application, and I believe that it will help you at your work as well. Not only for scanning your exams. Any kind of scanning. It's exactly as you have a scanner, a separate scanner. Yeah. So it's amazing.
I easily created a PDF file also and attached it to a new email. So it has been a very easy experience.
Oh, just a minute, please. How do you transform it into a PDF file?
After I captured the 3 pages, he asked me to issue a PDF file, and I can share it to the to my Gmail application, and I easily can send it to any reception.
Oh, really? Maybe the other updated version, because whenever I use the CamScan, it doesn't show me the same. Oh, Reda showed up. Hello, Reda. Reda, I was so mad that you won't attend today. I thought that you're not coming today. How are you, first of all?
أنا قلت هتسيبوني لوحدي.
استفرد بيك النهارده يا مازن بقى وكده. واقعد اخليك تكتب واخليك تقرا واخليك تسمع. Hey, Reda, how are you?
Fine, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. How's life, Reda?
Alhamdulillah, basically everything is okay.
I can't hear you. Reda, your sound is not clear at all.
Really?
Yeah, really. Oh. Come closer to the microphone.
But because I have problem with my headphone today.
I can't hear you. What are you saying?
You can't hear
I'm acting like deaf people. What is it then?
One moment. I will
okay, sure. But yeah, that's the weekend, Jesse. Many tasks, endless number of tasks. So, who is that? Is this Huda?
Sure.
I think it's her. Yeah. Huda, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Huda, how are you, dear?
I'm trying to fix my headphone.
Yes, I could figure this out. Now, as you may see, this is Mazen's essay that he just sent maybe an hour ago. And I'm so glad to open it now. إيه رأيك يا مازن؟ In public?
That's a great experience.
In
but
public?
Till now, I cannot identify my problem. I have no problem. I cannot be shy.
Yeah, that's it. MashaAllah. Self-confidence. Yay. These are my men. Okay, so let's see. First introduction. What is the topic mainly? خلينا نشوف بس التوبيك الأول.
It's already attached, but in another file.
Yep. In many places, new homes are needed, but the only space available in building them is the countryside. تمام. Some people believe it's more important to protect the countryside, not to build new homes there. What's your opinion about this? طبعا they clearly ask you to state your opinion. صح? So it is an opinion essay. Therefore, I have to include my opinion in the introduction, and then later on, I have to give my main idea and my main reasons why with the supporting details and the examples in each and every body paragraph. Finally, in the conclusion, what should I do? In the conclusion, I should summarize all what has been stated before, including my opinion and my main ideas, and if I have a recommendation to be put. And please make sure that in the conclusion, you make your conclusion a memorable conclusion so that no one, or the Huda, can I ask you for something? Huda, can you hear me? Hello, Huda. Huda. Hello? Huda, can you hear me? I can't hear you, dear. Huda, I can't hear you. This is a problem with your sound system, maybe. Okay, if you can hear me, I just would like you to, okay. I want her to settle down. She really makes me dizzy. Roaming around the place makes me really dizzy, yeah? So, well, I'm familiar with this topic, and I believe that Rida is familiar with this topic too. Rida, you got this topic evaluated, right?
Yes, that's right.
And what did you get in this topic? Tell us.
7.
Yay! Yay! This is why I'm asking you, because I'm so proud of you, Rida. You did very well in this essay. Very well. You're amazing. Your vocabulary words, the grammar structure, punctuation, the range of vocabulary that you used was immaculate, flawless. So I'm so proud of you. Tabarakallah, tabarakallah. Okay? So yalla, let's close this ونشوف بقى amazing الجميل عمل ايه النهارده. Most of the communities nowadays are struggling with the dilemma of حلوة الديلما دي جميلة قوي of space lacking that now of space lacking that what may be an obstacle in front of housing development. That's why نعم ايه علاقة الذات الأولانية بالموضوع مش فاهمة معلش. Struggling with the dilemma of space lacking يعني ايه that what may be ايه المفروض يستخدم مكان that what مش عارفة ده ايه. Amazing. Your suggestions amazing please.
لا احنا print بقى
which انت تقصد which صح؟
ممكن
which may be an obstacle in front of the housing development.
ايوه
كده؟ بدل that's what. That's why the major solution which usually طبعا spelling mistake followed to encounter the scarcity of space. لا أنا I need to print this out معلش. I need to print this out لأنه في واضح كده إنه في كلام كتير. Okay? I thought you would make it easy for me. يعني وإنه كل حاجة everything is properly followed بس واضح إنه في شوية كلام كده. طب خليني أشوف ال overall بس. That's why the major solution I usually followed which mean usually followed to encounter the scarcity of spaces to create new urban communities within the countryside despite some opponents of the trend who believe vocabulary حلوة قوي على فكرة. Urban expansion may be loaded with numerous of negative capital N في وسط الكلام مش عارفة ليه برضو harmful effects especially the environment which is clearly obvious and what?
Yeah, and agreed by most of them.
يعني what is your opinion?
ما هي agreed by most of us.
لا, agreed by most of us is not a clear state to your opinion. Clear stating of your opinion معناها I strongly agree. معناها I wholeheartedly agree. I totally agree. In my point of view, from my own perspective, from my own personal point of view. لازم
ما هو
clear.
انا لسه بقى في سبورتنج تحت
لا ما ينفعنيش، انا عايزه to clearly state your opinion in the introduction يا مازن. You cannot يعني indirectly include your opinion. It must be very clearly stated. خلاص؟ It must be very concise and clear. ما ينفعش نحطها in between ولا تبقى indirect. ما ينفعش. Clearly stated. لأنه الexaminer يا مازن whenever they start checking your essay, the first thing they look at is where is your opinion, whether it's included in the introduction or not. تمام؟
اوكي.
فهنا هو yes, however, it is already mentioned, yet it must be clearly stated.
Yeah.
Huda, yes, how are you, my dear? Are you Huda? Huda?
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you, dear? Good?
Hello.
Hello.
It's difficult to connect.
Yes, it seems that you have a difficulty in the connection. Maybe it's your internet is a little bit low. So, Huda, I'm glad that you settled down. Yeah, I was about to ask you to sit down and stop moving around because you give me a bad experience of dizziness. Sit down in a certain place. Can you hear me, Huda?
A little bit.
Okay, so I
A
just
little bit.
please to settle down in a certain place so that I can focus in the lesson instead of focusing of what's around you here and there. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Now I'm listening well. I'm listening well.
Okay, thank you very much. Kaman, your mobile, why is it upside down? And
You ask me?
yes, Huda, I'm asking you. Why is your mobile upside down?
My phone is what?
Your mobile
Can
is
you rotate it clockwise?
just try to rotate it.
You're telling me that my phone is what is down?
Yes, it's badly rotated. Rotated in the wrong direction. You need to rotate your mobile phone. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind about it. Just I want you please to sit down now and listen to us. All right?
All right.
Thank you, my dear. So, Mazen, that was in regards with your introduction. I like your range of vocabulary. The lexicon is amazing. Okay, but when it comes to the ideas and the core of the ideas, we just lack. Okay, so on the one hand, developing communities are facing a growing need of new houses and accommodations, while the city center is fully loaded with few quantity of the buildings, architectural planning. Okay, so out and of society scope and show and start to design new urban cities and set up modern ممتاز. Okay, kinds of facilities. بص شوف kinds دي ال K is very very unclear. It resembles the letter O.
هي بتتكتب كده في المشبك والله.
معلش انت ما بتكتبش
طيب.
انت في حاجات مشبك وحاجات في حاجات
هو انا لو عليا هكتب كله مشبك، بس انا يعني بحاول احسن خطي شويه، وده اللي خلى الوقت exceeded 30 minutes كمان.
طب خطك على فكره احسن
يعني
كتير. والده
ماشي، هتلاقي بقى تحت في اخر في الكونكلوجن هتلاقيني بقى استعجلت وحسيت ان الوقت سرح مني، هتلاقي برضو الخط ابتدى
يكعبل تاني.
هتصيح دلوقتي.
بس انا هقول لك على حاجه، يعني if your handwriting was all cursive, so I would consider this to be a K. Okay, but since your handwriting is not all cursive, therefore يعني I couldn't figure out that this is a K unless from the meaning, you know. So kinds of facilities and utilities needed in daily life. Okay. Okay, on the other hand أنا هشوف overall كده look وبعدين هعمله بعد كده in details. environmentalists nowadays opportunity to call.
دي تعبت قوي قبل ما اكتبها يعني شوفي الكلمه عارفه اصلا.
انا بقول لك من اول ما شفت التوبيك بتاعك بقول لك your vocabulary is very strong. Environmentalists, okay. Researchers, okay. Ecologists, يا سلام. okay. حتى الايدياز قوية جدا على فكرة يا مازن، ما شاء الله تبارك الله. In conclusion, okay. That's quite perfect. بس just a minute please. يعني يا مازن اعتراضي الوحيد هو ال introduction. حتى ال conclusion is so good. The conclusion is good as well. But again, when it comes to the introduction, please try to fix it. I will check it in details and I will tell you what are the defects about it, okay?
Thank you, but the introduction is too long. It's 82 words.
That's why I wanted to tell you that first of all, do not exceed it to be more than 50 words.
50 دي هتبقى صغيرة أوي.
Okay, sorry, I had a phone call, important phone call. All right, and I'm gonna close this and I'm gonna close this too. And again, Reda, I'm so proud of your performance in the writing, and I'm so glad that you could easily now achieve band score 7. And I hope you do the same for task task 1. Yeah, task 1 that you already wrote and I checked was really good, but the last 2 were not very satisfying to me since they lacked a lot of the essential outline performance or outline skeleton that I usually talked about. Paragraphing, indents, a blank line between paragraphs and stuff. Therefore, I ask you, Yarida, to please make sure that you rewrite them in the skeleton that we are familiar with already now. Okay? Right. Now I'm going to start with with my first question. What was our last lecture about? Can anyone tell me?
Listening, we take some training on listening.
Listening training. Okay, great. So I want you guys to please remind me about the listening tips that I lately gave you.
تفضل يا مستر مازن.
Any one of you. Because Huda didn't attend our listening section or listening lecture. Therefore, I want her to be familiar too. And you know, guys, what? The best way to learn is to teach. So if you want to learn the listening tips and how to master your listening exam, I have to teach you. I want to listen to you. I'm all ears. Anyone, please.
First of all, you have to keep an eye in word limit. ولا دي مش سكيلز ولا ايه؟
حلو ماشي مش بطال كمل بس كمل معاك.
لا هي دي فتحة كده بس.
طيب ماشي يلا. سند على فكرة معانا وبتسمعنا.
اوكي. ايه افتكر معايا طيب. طيب انا بفتكر اهو.
All what you remember from the listening tips is to remember the word limit بس.
لا بس هو الليسننج نفسه يعني
طب رضا،
سهل شويه
it's not
قول
easy
انت.
by the way. لا, it's not easy. If you think it to be easy, it's not that easy. Number one, I have to tell you that for the listening section, yes, the word limit counts. Number two, your spelling counts. Number three, your grammar counts. You cannot write plural instead of singular or singular instead of plural. You cannot write present simple while it is in the past simple. Sometimes the grammar structure is needed to be changed. That's why you have to anticipate your answer. Anticipate means to predict what is the answer. While reading the questions, make sure you circle the clue word in the question. And what I mean by the clue word is the most important word in the question, so that I open my ears wide when I listen to this clue word in the recording, okay? And then while reading the question, I can anticipate which part of speech is required, whether it's a noun, verb, preposition, adjective, adverb, interjection, or what, okay? Or it even can be a pronoun. And again, for the word limit, I remind you, word limit, when they ask you to write one word, then you have to write one word and or a number. So you can write one word, a number, and a number next to it, or a number means a group of digits put together. 195460. This is a number, okay? So, and I also have to be very, very careful about the way the American people pronounce, and in what way is it different than the British pronunciation. Because sometimes we have the letter O, for example, which is a zero in the American accent, while it is a zero in the British accent. Movie and film. Color, how is it spelled in British and how is it spelled in American? COLOUR, while it is COLOR in the American, and many other words that are spelled in like a different manner. That's why if you guys are following the British way in answering, so for example, you cannot write two different words that are differently written in British, one with the OUR, for example, and the other with only an O. You got me. You have to follow the same manner you started with. Okay? And again, I have to notice the pauses and the transitions which is given between the answers of the questions, because this what gives me an indication that the question ends here and the next answer will be coming very soon. And again, one more very important tip, that you, in this listening test, you'll be given only 10 minutes after you keep on listening for 30 minutes. These 4 sections are covered in 30 minutes. Then they will give you 10 minutes to transfer your answers from the answer sheet, from the question paper to the answer sheet. My advice to you is to answer directly in the answer sheet, not in the question paper. Why? In order to use these 10 minutes wisely in trying to guess what was this question and what was that question. And my advice to you is never to leave any question unattended. Answer all the questions, even if you're going to just choose randomly. Write any random answer, but do not leave any question unattended. In case you couldn't remember the answer to this question, then at that case you have to just predict or choose randomly any answer, and who knows, it may be the correct answer. Okay? Huda, by the way, your microphone is muted, so in case you want to say something, unmute yourself first, because I felt that you're moving your lips in a certain second. Okay? Okay. So guys, any other questions? These are my tips for the listening test. Now, are you ready to practice one listening test before we start our vocabulary and grammar lesson? Yes, no, no, yes, what? نعم.
Maybe.
What's maybe? Maybe ليه؟ في إيه خير؟ الأول بس ask me why I don't open my camera today.
Yes, why?
Well, why? Because I don't have the mood to open my camera today. No. I'm just kidding. I just woke up like 15 minutes before the class starts. That's why I couldn't dress up. The time was too short. So if you give me some time in between to dress up properly and then come back to you, that would be great from you. Okay, never mind. As long as you don't need the board, that would be fine. Okay. Anything that I want you to know or to see, I would share my screen with you, and I'll show it to you on the screen. All right? ايه ده اللي واي ده؟ مازن, you're so nosy مازن. أول ما أقول يسألوني واي تقول لي واي كده على طول. كده يعني. Okay.
If you like to get that we get a break now, it's
No,
no
that's
problem.
fine. That's fine. As long as I know quite well that we won't need the board today, so that's fine with me. Later on, if I feel that we will need the board, I'll be completely sure to, like dress up in a second, less than a second. شفت السرعة؟ طيب, now we need to share our book. Now, where did we stop in the listening section? Can anyone tell me? One of the nerds. يعني. nerd دي مش شتيمة. حد يعرف يعني ايه nerd؟
الأشياء.
No.
العفاريت. هم يعني بيعملوا شقاوة يعني هم كده.
لا مش naughty. Nerds. A nerd is someone who's like a bookworm is a nerd مثلا.
دحيح.
يا دحيح. برافو عليك. هو ده بالظبط التعبير. Yes. So one of the nerds to tell me where are we in the listening section? Anyone? مش فاكرين طبعا حاجة. ما حدش بيعمل ولا هوم assignment ولا صباح الفل يعني. فين الليسننج؟
تاسك 3 5 6 7.
هو انا الميكروفون بتاعي ميوتد ليه؟
ما انا هقول لك اهو علشان كل شويه هقول لك حالا دلوقتي عشان
بقالي عشان انا قلت 10 مرات دحيح محدش سمعني.
Oh لا I was telling you that your microphone is muted and I gave you a hint that if you would like to say something, kindly open your microphone because it's muted. You didn't hear me.
Oh. Yeah, I opened it. I have just opened it.
طيب جميل. Okay. So صح دحيح. nerd يعني دحيح. صح. يعني كده. Okay. So
أنا عارفاها عشان كانت بتتقال لي كتير من في ثانوي, فأنا ما طلعت جامعة ما بقتش دحيحة خلاص.
So you are a nerd, right?
I was nerd.
Oh, you used to be a nerd? Not anymore?
Yeah, I'm trying to not be nerd.
ليه a nerd is something good, by the way. It's not a bad thing. But you know.
I know, but nerd. I know, but يعني I'm trying to study, like in practical way, like to take a courses and like to take a trainings, not to be nerd in my studying only.
Oh, that's quite practical.
Smart, not to study hard.
Yes, quite very good. I was about to say the same thing. So you're studying smart, not studying hard. Excellent. Only smart people are the ones who do this, by the way, if you don't know. Only smart people are the ones who do this. They don't say much with their books in their hands. They do many other things. And you know what? My mom used to tell me a very nice wisdom when I was a little bit younger, and she keeps on saying the same thing to me over and over again. You know what? She keeps on saying, la. She keeps on saying that too much of a good thing is a bad thing. Have you ever heard about this one? Too much of a good thing is a bad thing.
الشيء اللي بيزيد الشيء اللي بيزيد عن يعني بيزيد عنه ضده.
ايوه, يزيد عن حد يتقلب ضده. برافو عليك. حتى لو هو من افضل الاشياء. شو بقول لك نيرد ما بتسمعيش الكلام. حتى ولو كان الشيء ده هدى هو حاجه كويسه جدا. يعني مثلا reading for example, is it a good thing or a bad thing? The
perfect thing.
It's a very good. Yeah, but when it comes to reading all the time, You may break a lot of family bonds because of reading. You may lose a lot of friends.
Yes.
Also, you may discard your studies and your academics in school. That's why it may affect your social life and your academic life as well, despite the fact that this is a very good habit. And many other things, whether they are regardless whether they are good habits or bad habits. Never have a good habit or a bad habit that happens all the time, because too much of a good thing is a bad thing. By the way, this is a nice proverb that you can use in your essays as well. All right, especially in your conclusions. If you write these proverbs or idioms, a good and a nice idiom in your conclusion phrase, in order to make it a memorable conclusion, then at that time, be sure that you will have a memorable band score. Because the more memorable you will let your essay be, the better band score you will get. Do you know this? Yes. So, again, كل ده عشان اقول مين النيرد اللي فاكر احنا خدناه ايه اخر مره. محدش برضو جاوب على السؤال.
Okay. خدنا listening to section 3 5 و 6 و 7.
عليك يا مزون. قول تاني كده معلش.
Listening section 3.
Which is in test what?
Test 5, 6 and 7.
Wow, okay. 5, 6 and 7. This means that we already covered the book.
And also for test 8 we get second section this
You mean for Cambridge 8?
No, for test 8 in Cambridge 12.
Okay, great. Okay. That's quite interesting. You guys are so lucky. Yay. You know why are you so lucky?
I need to know.
You don't know why are you so lucky? Because you have an instructor like me.
Oh.
See how humble I am. I'm so humble, man.
So modest, Masha. So modest.
Yes, modest is a good synonym to the word humble. Excellent, Yoda. Bravo. So, okay, here we go. Here is the IELTS 12. No, I don't need IELTS 12. I need IELTS 8. So, Bismillah, share my screen. Okay, so we'll with the first listening test here. And I want you please to be focused, much focused than before. And by the way, I don't know whether you know this or not, I believe that the listening in Cambridge 8 is a little bit easier than the listening in Cambridge 12. Let's see.
هي المشكلة كلها كانت في الماب معايا في section 2 في Cambridge 12.
Was it difficult?
IELTS 8.
Was it difficult?
Yes, very difficult. Yes.
Really?
That's a very weird question for me, the map.
Yeah. طيب, for that, Mazen, by the way, you need to learn the directions.
No, I know the direction, the four cardinals.
Directions that I mean is not about right, left, right, left,
No,
up, and left, right, south, and west. I mean something else. I mean prepositions.
Opposite to next to.
Prepositions of phrases. So are you familiar with them?
Yes, behind or across or opposite.
Between, on, next to, between, opposite, beside, above, below, across, along, all these prepositions. So are you familiar with them and how to use them?
Most of them.
Okay, so what was your problem then?
Sometimes I get lost in the middle of the map.
Okay, maybe you daydream. Maybe you start losing your focus.
Yes, sometimes. And after I refocus, I start to
Mazen, that would be a problem. You're not allowed to daydream or lose your focus while the listening test. In the listening test, every second is a precious second. Every second.
Yes, you cannot control the time in listening.
That's why. Yes, that's why. It's so critical. It's a very critical time that you cannot waste a minute. So please try to focus as much as possible and do not get your battery drained. Yes, Huda.
Can I ask a question? Yes, if I don't understand an accent in a video or in listening test, what can I do if I don't understand an accent?
That's why
especially Australian English. My major problem is Australian.
Because there is Australian accent is the strongest accent among all the English accents. And
it sounds like Chinese.
No, not to that extent. Actually, their vowels are very strong, and they do not pronounce the A as an A. They say, for example, they say die instead of day. So that was a wonderful die. Die is a day. So, for example, you can say fan, which is fan. Yeah? So you need to interpret what you're listening to. All you have to do, Huda and Mazen, in that case, is to get yourself familiar with all the accents before you start your test, before you start your exam. You have to expose yourself to different dialects and different accents. You have to, otherwise you will have no option in the test but to try to guess what he's or she is saying. Yeah. عرفتي ليه هدى انا بعمل دايما الميكروفون؟ عرفتي؟
Because of my,
yeah, your notifications are
because of messages.
Yeah. Your notifications are so disturbing, and honestly speaking, sometimes I get like shocked because of these notifications. Yeah. So that's fine. That's fine. As long as they're not too many, that would be okay. So guys, are you ready now with test one? My paper and the pen? Rida, are you falling asleep or what?
No, just concentrate with your
السلام عليك وانت
enjoy a day off today, Mr. Rida.
It was a day off.
While other people are suffering in weekends.
From the early morning, I'm struggling with academic reading. By the way, Miss Hind, I want to tell you that the academic reading will kill me nearly.
أنا غيرت رأيي خلاص.
لا. يا رضا, academic reading does not need you to understand each and every word you read. خلونا بس طيب خلونا نركز شوية في listening. النهاردة على فكرة هيكون آخر listening section. إن شاء الله next section will be reading. خلاص؟ رضا, please do not struggle with something alone. Let me struggle with you. Let me introduce it to you first, and then keep on struggling. It will become easy. Believe me. خلاص؟ at least you will get half of this effort in lessened. Less of this half of this effort that you're exerting now will be lessened. So just wait. Don't rush things, please. Okay. So yalla bina, are you guys ready with the paper and the pencil? Is my background too noisy? No?
I want to see you.
Huh? I can't hear you. Is my background too noisy?
No.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
By University of Cambridge ESOL examinations, published by Cambridge University Press. This recording is copyright. CD1. Test 1. You will hear a number of different and you will have to answer questions on what you hear.
Can you please raise the voice a little bit? Because I didn't
Huh? Say it again, please, Rida.
Please raise the
See
voice.
if there is an example
Yes.
that has been done for you. On this occasion only,
Is this
the
okay now?
conversation relating to this will be played first.
Hi, George. Glad you're back. Loads of people have phoned you.
Really?
I felt just like your secretary.
Sorry. I went into the library this afternoon to have a look at a newspaper and I came across something really interesting.
What? A book?
No, a brochure from a summer festival, mainly Spanish music. Look, I've got it here.
George says that he found a brochure from a festival, so B has been circled as the answer. Now we shall begin. You should answer the questions as you listen, because you will not hear the recording a second time. Listen carefully and answer questions 1 and 2.
Hi, George. Glad you're back. Loads of people have phoned you.
Really?
I felt just like your secretary.
Sorry. I went into the library this afternoon to have a look at a newspaper and I came across something really interesting.
What? A book?
No, a brochure from a festival, mainly Spanish music. Look, I've got it here.
Spanish music? I really love the guitar. Let's have a look. So what's this group, Guittarini?
They're really good. They had a video with all the highlights of the festival at a stand in the lobby to the library, so I heard them. They play fantastic instruments, drums and flutes and old kinds of guitars. I've never heard anything like it before.
Sounds great.
Okay, shall we go then? Spoil ourselves?
Yes, let's.
The only problem is there aren't any cheap seats. It's all one price.
Well, in that case, we could sit right at the front. We'd have a really good view.
Yeah, though I think that if you sit at the back, you can actually hear the whole thing better.
Yes. Anyway, we can decide when we get there.